ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಚಿತ್ತಪ್ಪ.
नमस्ते कुमार.
नमस्ते. नमस्ते.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಚಿತ್ತಪ್ಪ.
नमस्ते चंद्र.
नमस्ते मामू.
Let me share the Sutra screen. Let's start with 3 ohms. Please take a deep breath. Namaste to all of you. What happened to the rest? I see only 4 or 5 people. Okay, let's get started. So before I start the review, is Kranti here?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, go ahead, Kranti.
Yeah. I'll start.
Yeah, please.
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् अथ साधनपादः तपः स्वाध्याय ईश्वर प्रणिधानानि क्रियायोगः समाधिभावनार्थः क्लेश तनुकरणार्थश्च अविद्या अस्मिता राग द्वेष अभिनिवेशाः क्लेशाः अविद्या क्षेत्रम् उत्तरेषां प्रसुप्त तनु विच्छिन्न उदाराणाम् अनित्य अशुचि दुःख अनात्मसु नित्य शुचि सुख आत्मख्यातिः अविद्या दृग्दर्शनशक्त्योः एकात्मता इव अस्मिता सुखानुशयी रागः दुःखानुशयी द्वेषः स्वरसवाही विदुषोऽपि समारूढः अभिनिवेशः ते प्रतिप्रसवहेयाः सूक्ष्माः ध्यानहेयाः तत्वृत्तयः क्लेशमूलः कर्माशयो दृष्टादृष्टजन्म वेदनीयः सति मूले तद्विपाको जात्यायुर्भोगाः ते ह्लादपरितापफलाः पुण्यहेतुत्वात् परिणाम ताप संस्कार दुःखै गुणवृत्तिविरोधाच दुःखमेव सर्वं विवेकिनः हेयं दुःखमनागतम् द्रष्टृदृश्ययोः संयोगो हेयहेतुः प्रकाशक्रियास्थितिशीलं भूतेन्द्रियात्मकं भोगापवर्गार्थं दृश्यं विशेष लिङ्गमात्रालिङ्गानि गुणपर्वाणि द्रष्टादृशिमात्रः शुद्धोऽपि प्रत्ययानुपश्यः तदर्थ एव दृश्यस्य आत्मा कृतार्थं प्रतिनष्टं अपि अनष्टं तदन्यसाधारणत्वात् स्वस्वामिशक्त्योः स्वरूपोपलब्धिहेतुः संयोगः तस्य हेतुः अविद्या तदभावात् संयोगाभावो हानं तत्रशे कैवल्यं विवेकख्यातिः अविप्लवा हानोपायः तस्य सप्तधा प्रान्तभूमिः प्रज्ञा योगाङ्गानुष्ठानात् अशुद्धिक्षये ज्ञानदीप्तिः आविवेकख्यातेः यम नियम आसन प्राणायाम प्रत्याहार धारणा ध्यान समाधयः अष्टौ अङ्गानि अहिंसा सत्य अस्तेय ब्रह्मचर्य अपरिग्रहाः यमाः जाति देश काल समय अनवच्छिन्नाः सार्वभौमाः महाव्रतम् शौच संतोष तपः स्वाध्याय ईश्वरप्रणिधानानि नियमाः वितर्कबाधने प्रतिपक्षभावनम् वितर्काः हिंसादयः कृतकारिता अनुमोदिताः लोभ क्रोध मोहपूर्वकाः मृदु मध्य अधिमात्राः दुःख अज्ञान अनन्तफलाः इति प्रतिपक्षभावनम्.
Thank you, Kranti. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, we are halfway through Sadhana Pada, pretty much. So we started the Sadhana Pada with the understanding all the different various levels that leads us to Samadhi. In chapter 1, we came to chapter 2. And here we said the way to attain Samadhi is through tapaha, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhanani. That is, tapaha we know, that is which leads us to burn all our programs. Tapaha is to burn all our programs. Tapaha means heat, the heat to burn up all away all the activations, all the programs. Swadhyaya is that self-inquiry. Why is this? Why that? Not why I don't have money. Not that kind of. That could also be a question, but more outside of this, more deeper things. And Ishvara Pranidhanani is the letting go or surrendering to the divine. When you let go, you are actually surrendering to the divine. When you don't let go, you are not surrendering to the divine. You are surrendering to the ego when you don't let go. This is what we call as Kriya Yoga or the Yoga of Action. And the reason why we do that is to get into the state of Samadhi. And and we can get into the state of samadhi by doing all this, so that all the kleshas that we are carrying in our body, in our program entity, they are all burnt away. And then we learned about what are the five kleshas, the five impurities. So we saw avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, and abnivesha, and we defined all the five were defined for you. And out of the five, he said avidya is at the top of the pack, or top of the pile, uttaresham, right on the top. And so we also saw that when avidya is not there, the other four don't have any legs to stand on. So then we defined each one of them, and then we also saw that abnivesha, even the educated person, even the highly educated, highly smart person, vidusha or vidushi, they are also taken for a ride by abnivesha. Abhinivesha is the feeling of that I am doing everything. I am the doer. Right? Priya is not here today. You can see that. Okay. So we saw all that. And then we said, okay, we understand that we have all these impurities. How to get over them? How to get rid of them? That's when he said that pratiprasava, that is the subtle, in a subtle way, to oppose these impurities, and in doing that, you put a hold, you take it back. That is what is pratiprasava means, to come outside and cause activations. Pratiprasava is to take it back, withdraw. The activations are withdrawn or held. And the way to oppose is through dhyana. And in that dhyana, all the vrittis, they are blocked. That's the intention, right? And then we saw the cause of the kleshas. I mean, the impurities, the kleshas are the one which cause karma, because of the impurities, because of that avidya, what we do is we are constantly reacting to situations. Instead of just watching and being a pure observer, we react, and in that reaction causes karma. In that karma, we are building more karmas. As we build more karmas, upon death, we have to come back. So this cycle of birth and death goes on. And he's saying the kleshas are the mulaka, are the root cause of karma. So that's what we saw. And then we went on to say that even the most wise person understands that anything that you do, finally it is going to come back to you. If you are going to constantly react, it is going to come back to you. So they are saying, why do we even react? Why do you react? Stop reacting. That's what we covered in 215 and 216. So in opposing these activations, you will prevent karmas, and in preventing karmas, you will prevent future births. And then we also saw that in the core of everything is in whatever matter is created, in the core of everything, the energies are the energies flow because of the gunas, the three types of gunas, the prakasha, the enlightened or smooth flow, which is or we call as sattvic, sattva guna. Very active is the rajoguna, and the sluggish or static is the tamaguna. So we saw all that. So what we are saying here is the nature of this creation is to be able to see all this, all the different gunas that are flowing, etc. To be able to see it without reacting. That's what we saw. And then we went on to I'm not going sutra by sutra, I'm just giving you a summary. So then he says, whatever you are watching, this is the theme again and again. The meaning of by being a pure observer, you will not acquire more kleshas and karmas and no more. And that way we can stop more lifetimes for us. And what is that causes all this? Again, is Krithartham. In 222, he says, Krithartham. Prati means towards. So Krithartham is whatever we do. So in whatever we do, we are always calculating nashtam, anashtam, loss and profit. And this is the different way in which common people look at it. Instead of saying, hey, whatever is happening is because of the divine, we say it is happening because of, that is what the next sutra is saying. Swa Swami Sat Shaktiyoho. Swa is self. Swami is Swami is the controller. So we are saying self is the controller of all the energies that we put in a particular action. So that's what we are saying, and saying Swarupa Upalabdhi. So the way we get any kind of what we attain, Upalabdhi is attaining. So what we attain is directly proportional to the energies that I put in, and I am the controller of that. Since I am the controller of that, because we make that association, we say, oh, this is either profitable or not profitable. So this is what common people do. And why do they do that? Why do we do like that? This nashtam, anashtam. So that's what he's saying. Sutra 234, he's saying it is because of avidya. In every interaction, in every relationship, in every event, this lashtam, anashtam is there. So last week when we left, I told you, see that in your life. See that in your life on a daily basis, in every interaction, this is what is going on. Even with the closest of the close relationship, husband, wife, daughter, son, grandchildren, with everything, this nashtam, anashtam is going on. As long as that is there cannot be pure unconditional love. So that's and in the following sutra he said, that's where we start with 224. We start or 225, probably just read the sutra. So we'll start with 225. Tad abhavat sangyoga abhavo hanam tad drishyehi kaivalyam. Tad abhavat. Tad here means the sense of me as a control of everything I get. That's what we saw in the sutras 22 and 23. That whatever I get is because of my own energies, my own intention, my own decisions, right? And that is why we do all that nashtam, anashtam calculation and all that. So when the sense of me as the controller of everything I beget, when abhavat means when it is not there. Tad abhavat, when Abhavat. We say Chalana Chitram Abhavat means cinema is over. Yatra Abhavat means Yatra is over. Abhavat in Sanskritam, Abhavat means over. Done. Closed. Not there anymore. And then he says Sanyoga. Sanyoga we also saw earlier. Sanyoga means association. Sanyoga Abhavo. When that kind of association is absent. What kind of association? Associating yourself as you are the controller of everything. When that association is no longer there. Hanam. Hanam is to oppose. Tadrishehi. Tadrishehi means Drishe is seeing. Here we can say that kind of an approach. What kind of an approach? To oppose this kind of thinking that I am doing this, I am doing that. That kind of an approach will take you to Kaivalyam. This is a new word, Kaivalyam, that we are seeing. Kaivalyam is the state of discriminative understanding. A very high state of intuitive knowledge where you're in complete connectivity with the divine. A very high state of samadhi. Kaivalya. Any questions on this?
Kumarji,
Yes.
Kaivalyam, it's not moksha. I thought it was
See,
liberation.
it is synonym. People try to say it is synonymous. Normally, moksha, kaivalyam, all that is talked in a synonymous way, and there are probably few other words. I'm not able to get it right now. But kaivalyam it is hard to say an equivalent. So Kaivalyam is Kaivalyam. Kaivalyam is when, see, normally we say, this is what we say, oh, now he has become free. Why he has become free? So far he was doing some, he had administrative responsibilities, and that has been taken away from him. So he is free. So he feels free. But in Kaivalyam, what we are saying is, because there is nothing, because there is nothing. Why there is no nothing? Why there is nothing? There is nothing because everything has been burnt away. All the programs have been stalled. There is nothing. In that nothing, that freedom comes. With me?
Yes, Kumarji.
Another word is Jivan Mukti.
Kaivalyam, Jivan Mukti, normally they say when you are still alive. That is when Jiva is, when you still have the Jiva. So Kaivalyam can also happen to you when you are alive. And you can be in that state upon death also, upon death. We will see this in more detail in chapter 4. Because this is generally, Kaivalyam is the final state. Once you are in that Kaivalyam state, it is pretty much that you are about to leave this earth. About to leave this body. It could be after 6 months, it could be after 1 year, after 2 years, doesn't matter. But you can be in the state of Kaivalyam when you're alive also. Yes.
Kumar,
Yes.
225. Tad abhavat.
Yes.
Is he referring to the nashta and
Yes. Yes. Tad is referring to Tad is referring to all
Nashta and
that.
Anashta.
Just not nashta, it is referring to that sense of being the controller of everything I do. Because of that, what we do is we are calculating this nashtam in everything. The sense of me as the controller, sense of I as the controller. I am the controller. Uma will say, what, Kumarji, I have to cook for my daughter, otherwise what will she do? And I told her one day, she's not a baby, she's not an infant. She'll find ways to eat. You do your sadhana. Fortunately, my mother did not have this teachings. Otherwise, we wouldn't have got food. So the children will make do with whatever is there and ready, whatever the is available in the house, they will make do with that. Yeah, I'm not saying you should not cook, but don't make that as an excuse for not doing your sadhana. Cook at a time when you have to do the cooking. Just because your daughter comes, don't run into the kitchen again and start doing things that the child likes and give up on your sadhana. Anyway, so shall we move on to the next one?
Kumarji,
Yes.
what is abhavo and the second tad?
Abhavo,
same?
yeah, sanyoga abhavo. You have to read it together. Sanyoga abhavo means absence of that association. Is actually reiterating. Not only is saying that sense of abhavat, a sense of me as the controller should end. Then he is also saying the association of all this activations, everything, that also should end. He's just reiterating the fact.
Okay. Then abhavo hanam tad.
No, no,
What is the tad?
Sanyoga abhavo. That is those two words together.
Okay, okay.
Hanam is
again-
to oppose.
Okay, hanam means to oppose, and there's another tad. Is it the
Tadrishehi. That kind of an approach. Which kind of an approach? The kind of approach we have talked about already. You know, not having that association me as the controller. That kind of an approach. And opposing is opposing all the activations, everything. Leads to kaivalyam. See, November 26th, 2020. Dr. Rajan covered Sutra number 10 through Sutra number 29. 19 sutras he covered in one day, in one session, in 20 minutes. Sutra 10 or 11, something like that, through 19 sutras. And my sister, both my sisters were there in that class, and they didn't ask a single question. Now they're asking. I'm very happy about that. So he went at express speed. I was listening to it yesterday, so that's why I'm saying.
I could understand not just a word that time.
Huh?
I could not understand not just a word.
Then you should have stopped him. You should not complain. You should stop. He has said many times,
I'm
stop
not
me.
complaining. Yes,
Ah,
I'm not complaining.
you did
I
not
could not
understand.
understand, that's all.
Yeah, you did not understand because you did not stop him. Avidya. Avidya and Abniveshaha. What will happen to me if I ask? All my foolishness will be displayed in public. Anyway, we can have this discussion another day. I'll move on to the next sutra. Vivekaha kyatihi kyatihi aviplava hana upaya aviplava hana upayah. Viveka is Viveka Kyatihi. We will read the two words to her. Kyatihi means understanding. We have seen that word earlier too. Quite a few times it has come. This hetuhu,
Yes.
all these things keep coming again and again. Hetuhu means cause. Anyway, that's not here. This abhavat, all that will come again and again. If I say vargaha abhavat, vargaha means class. We saw that, right? Classification, good, bad. That is vargam, vargaha. So if I say vargaha abhavat means this class is over. Patanjali Yoga Sutra vargaha abhavat means this sutra class is over for today. So viveka kyatihi means discriminative understanding. Discriminative understanding, another word for discriminative understanding, one word is wisdom. We say he is a wise person. Generally, that is a foolish way we understand that by saying, when we say wise person, we always mean that he is very successful materially, right? Right, Uma? When you say
Pardon me, Kumarji.
You had gone on a trip somewhere.
Wise, you said wise.
Yeah, we say a person is wise means he is very successful in life, correct?
Yes, that's what we mean.
Materially successful. That's not the meaning of wise.
But we also use it to say that he has good knowledge about everything.
He has knowledge about?
Good knowledge about the material world, not the spiritual.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes. That's what is normally is the meaning that we associate it with. But that's not the meaning. The meaning is wise means he understands all the karma, kleshas. He has this ability to do yoga, dhyana, dharana, all that. That's what it means. A wise person is a person who has this connectivity and who is having that vairagya bhyam, sense of detachment. Vairagya bhyam. That is the wise person. Viveka kyatihi means discriminative understanding. Another word is wisdom. Aviplava means not non-reactive, not reacting, non-reactive. Aviplava. Sounds like some sweet. Aviplava. Hana upaya. So, upaya means upayam. In Tamil we say upayam means what is it? Solution. So the wisdom of the person is the solution for being non-reactive, or being non-reactive, opposing all this react. That is why that Hana is also there. Hana. Oh, I didn't know. Probably we should rename Hannah, our dog, as Hana. So Hana is also there to say that opposing all this reactivity and all that. So because of all that, what is the solution you get? The solution you get is Viveka Kyatihi. What is that you get? You get Viveka Kyatihi. You get discriminative understanding. You get wisdom. See, he's reiterating many things again and again and again in different ways to make you understand that everything comes down to being with a sense of detachment. As long as you are attached to all these stupid things, all these material things, there is no hope. That's all. Without saying that, he's saying you have to step out of this. That's why he's showing from so many different angles and in so many different ways. And then, okay, then he says, how to get this Viveka Kyati? All right, I understand all this theory. Now, Patanjali Muni, please tell me how to get this. So, okay, now he is going to tell you the process.
Kumarji, one
Yes.
question.
Hmm.
Is Viveka Kyatihi similar to Kaivalyam?
Viveka Kyatihi will lead you to Kaivalyam.
Okay.
Viveka Kyatihi is one state of samadhi. Because in the discriminative understanding is that intuitive knowledge. Intuitive knowledge means there is divine connectivity.
So when you get the divine connectivity, you have attained Kaivalyam, right? Like
No, you are still burning away. You are still burning away the karmas and kleshas. You are still burning away them. We will see that in more detail as we go. In fourth chapter, we will see that. We will see a state called Dharma Mega Samadhi.
Okay.
It is like the Dharma Mega Samadhi is like that Bogi festival. What do we do on Bogi, Uma?
Oh, sorry.
Anybody
We
can
get
tell.
rid of like old things.
Burn all
Old,
unwanted
Burn
things.
Burn
all.
all the old things.
old, unwanted things we get rid of. What do? We set them in fire, right?
Yes.
That like a recycling stuff. I didn't even know that. First time.
Oh,
Hmm.
Bogi?
Yeah.
I don't know. This comes just before the day of Shankaranti.
Yeah. Pongal, like Sankranti.
Yeah, the day before Shankaranti, we call it as Bogi. I don't know. This is there in North India too. I do not know about Andhra, state
not
of
the
Andhra.
South. The thing is, when I was a kid, we used to go putting fire and enjoy it. That's it. And I've
Okay.
been detached, stayed away from the
So-
that stuff, and then only I had memories of fun. I don't know the significance of this recycling. Now I
Yes.
yeah.
So you throw all the unwanted things, useless things, old things that you no longer use, and you set it on fire. That is as far as objects are concerned.
Yeah, actually, that is makes 200% sense. I mean, again, just because the harvest season, we do celebrate because of the harvest season that we receive the new stuff, right?
So on that day,
Hmm.
that day, a person who is in the path of seeking, a mumukshu, like all of you, what you should be doing? Shobana, tell me. Shobhu.
On that day,
Setting fire to objects.
it should not be just seen as a ritual, but we should understand the deeper significance.
Not only understanding. What else? What is the next step? So
Try
you
to,
To answer.
try to.
yeah, you try to share that knowledge with people around us also.
No, as part of recycling, I am not selling the answer, but I am trying to see. See, in regular folks, they are recycling or burning away the old unused. So, as a student of this particular stuff, what is that something you may be able to burn? Is that what
Hmm.
Kumarji trying?
Yes.
Hmm.
What are we trying to burn away?
Let the
Burn our
student answer.
ego. Burn our ego.
Only ego?
All
Avidya.
unwanted,
Kleshas
all
and
unwanted
karmas.
stuff. All unwanted stuff.
Kleshas and karmas.
Karma.
So that bogi is every day, not only on the day prior to Sankaranti. That bogi is every day. Kleshas and karmas are to be burnt away every day.
If
Every
we burn
moment.
every day, we don't need to wait for bogi.
So every day is a bogi.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Kumarji,
yes.
sorry to make it interactive. I got you put a flare on my head, so with bogi. Yes, I lost track. So we burn bogi. Actually, bogi means
I think it comes from bogaha.
synonym
Bogaha
for,
means
yeah,
experience.
boga, right?
Yeah.
Experience. Then how come it's burning stuff, recycling concept of this thing? What is the relation?
No, boga is experience. You have already experienced these objects. You have experienced them and it has become old, so you are throwing it away.
Okay, got it. You had enough experience. Please try to detach at least now.
I mean, you have already used it enough and it has become old, it has become useless. See, many items in the house, so it cannot be used anymore. But we keep them, we don't like to throw them away.
Yeah.
We say, we see at home, it always, if you say, the thinking is, oh, no. There are a couple of parts in that will come useful 10 years later.
Which we never use.
Which we have 20 boxes in our garage. We have not opened it since 2005.
Either you sell it or donate, please, Kumarji. I will come when donation drive is.
Nobody will buy it because it is of no value. And we don't believe in external bogie. So that's why it is still there. Anyway.
Can I come and pick it up?
Oh, yes. You can pick up not just that. We have plenty inside the house too.
I'll bring a truck.
Including the people.
Oh, no. No, not at all. No way. Otherwise, no, then I'm wasting my time.
Anyway, let's move on.
Don't say that ever. All 26, the people are important.
26, we covered 26. So we are getting that Viveka Khyatihi, the discriminative understanding as the solution when we oppose and become completely non-reflective, non-reactive. So with that, the section 1, first section is ending. We are starting with section 2 from 2020. I mean, Sutra 27. So, okay, great. How do we do this? So Patanjali Muni is going to explain the process now. Tasya saptada pranta bhumihi prajna. So he has given the first statement in the process. He says, Tasya, that is saptada, it is sevenfold. Sapta means seven, saptada means sevenfold. So it is a sevenfold pranta bhumihi. You have to cross. Pranta means, in Tamil also we use this word prantiyam. Prantiyam means one area, like a province or a state. It used to be called we used to be calling. So actually pranta means boundary. Pranta means boundary. It really means boundary. So he says there are 7 boundaries. Pranta bhumihi, 7 boundaries that has to be crossed to get that prajna. Prajna is again that intuitive awareness. Okay. So he set in motion the process. The process comes to you by crossing 7 boundaries. Tasya saptada pranta bhrumihi prajna. When you cross those 7 boundaries, you will be having that intuitive knowledge or discriminative knowledge or whatever you want to call it. All right. So I understand that. And now he's going to explain what are the 7 boundaries. Yoga anga anushtana ashuddhi kshaye jnana diptihi viveka aviveka kyatehi. Okay, so he's saying because of the program of yoga anga, the different parts of yoga, anga anushtana, by understanding and practicing the different parts of yoga. Ashuddhi kshaye means, ashuddhi means we know it is shuddham, shuddhi, ashuddhi. Ashuddhi is dirt, impurities. Kshaye means wearing it out, taking it away. Ashuddhi kshaye means removing the impurities. We remove the impurities. And in removing the impurities, what do we get? We get viveka kyatehi. We get the discriminative knowledge. We already saw that. Viveka kyatehi. We get the discriminative knowledge. And the discriminative knowledge leads us to jnana diptihi. It leads to enlightenment. With me, everyone?
Yes.
Yes? Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, he has already said there are 7, it's a 7 boundaries you have to cross. Now he is going to give you the 7 boundaries. What are the 7 boundaries? See, when there are 7 boundaries, actually there are 8 regions, right? If you take a stick and cut it into and make 7 cuts, you will get 8 pieces, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
When you make 1 cut, you get 2 pieces. When you make 2 cuts, you get 3 pieces. So when you make 7 cuts, you are going to get 8 pieces. So the 7 boundaries are 8 parts. So now he's going to talk to you about that. What are those 8 parts? He's saying yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhaya, ashtau angani. The 7 boundaries give rise to 8 parts. Anga, ashtau angani, 8 parts. Ashtau means 8. Angani means anga, angani, plural. That's all, nothing else. So 8 parts. What are the 8 parts? Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana. So those are the 8 parts. So this is what we call, these 8 parts is what we call as Ashtanga Yoga. This is the greatest gift that Patanjali Muni has given to this entire universe. How many years back? 5,500 years back. Out of this 8, only asana is being practiced, and anytime you say yoga, people only think of asana, nothing else, because that is the easiest thing to do. Mindless, you can do that like an exercise, but it will have no value. Very little value it will have if you do it mindless like an exercise. So one word for each of these, and then we will discuss everything in detail next week. So I want to close it out here. Yama. Yama is being true to your conscience. you will only do things that makes you feel good. You will never do things that make you feel agitated. That is yama. Okay.
Yes.
See, my sister, my akka will never cook omelette. Will you? Will you make an omelette for Prabhakar?
Maybe
tell
in the
me.
future. Maybe
No,
in the
no.
future, Kumarji, at our place. At
No, no,
your
no.
place or my place.
No. I'm asking her. She's not answering. Tell me.
You're putting on spot.
It is only an yes or no answer.
No.
Yes.
No, she won't, because it doesn't give her that fulfillment. It is not being true to her conscience. It doesn't make her feel good. So she's not going to do it. So being true to the conscience, that is all yama is. So if Prabhakar is going to make omelette, he is fine with that. He feels happy. He does it. My sister is nobody to judge it. Okay. So that is yama. So yama is individualistic, true to your conscience. Be true to your conscience. Niyama. Niyama is regularity in living, maintaining a biorhythm. What it means, that is, every day you wake up at a particular time, not at 7 one day, at 10 a.m. the other day, noon. I mean, this we see in the, not only now, it has been there for a long time. In our house, we could never do that. Maximum 6:30 we have to be up, because the maids, the servants will come to clean the house, to mop the house, etc. Even otherwise, actually, my father used to love early mornings. So from 5:30, he'll say, "Oh, the morning is so pleasant. Why don't you all wake up?" But he'll say it in a very soft and nice, sweet manner. So all kinds of habits. Morning you wake up, immediately you go brush your teeth and do the morning ablutions, have a cup of coffee or something like that. And then if you have to do some chanting, you do those, say some slokas. Then you go for a shower. And then you come and do some prayer. And then you have your breakfast. Then you go to school or college or work. And then you come back in the evening. And similarly, you come back, have a shower, or nicely have a wash, change clothes, eat your food, do your homework, and then you go to bed. By 10 o'clock, you're in bed, or by 9, or children, they go. So there is a set, and pretty much every day, this will be the schedule. So our elders were not fools, because they followed this niyama, because this gives a biorhythm. This gives a biorhythm. So that is what yama is all about. Niyama, sorry, not yama, niyama. Niyama is this regularity in living. This I keep on telling Uma and Priya and all these people. You have to have that schedule. I even tell my sister, you need to have this schedule. If you don't have a schedule, you're not going to do the sadhana. But nobody listens to me. That's a different thing.
Kumarji, we listen, but sadhana is missing. We are going to be there. We are not as solid as you. We are getting there. We are slowly removing our karmas, kleshas, and everything. Slowly.
Okay.
We will get there. We will make you proud. We'll make proud ourselves, and we'll make proud our our Kumarji also. Please. Be
Okay,
patient.
let's move on here. Thank you.
Don't give up.
Asana.
That's all I'm saying.
Asana, we know all these various postures to stretch the muscles, etc. Pranayama. Pranayama is that really what we mean is that energetics of the body, which is associated with the breathing. And then pratyahara is the withdrawal of all the, actually it is becoming very aware of the vibrations in the body. That is really the meaning of pratyahara. Dharana, dhyana. I mean, these dharana is becoming, having that great intent or focus. And samadhi, dhyana, dharana is that intent or focus, single pointed intent or focus. So, and one needs to be a seeker to have this one pointed focus. You have to be a mumukshu. Dhyana is when the mind completely remains calm and still, meaning the mind is completely blank. Everything has come to a standstill. All the activations have to come to a standstill. Samadhi, beyond conscious mindful thinking, that is where the connectivity to the divine takes place. So all these are the 8 parts, the 8 angas. So we will discuss, is going to discuss each one in greater detail. Yama, Niyama, each of them is going to discuss in much greater detail as we go on. In the rest of the sutras from 30 through 55 or 56 is all about the things that we have discussed. Up to Pratyahara is going to discuss. Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi is going to discuss in chapter 3. Okay, on that we will wind up, and I will see you all next Sunday. And this Tuesday we have a tutorial. Don't forget that. We can discuss, we can answer questions during that tutorial.
Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste, Guma. Thank you.
Namaste,
Thank you.
Ramanuji.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be back now.